And welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video going to be about the Celtic FC Women side, the record-breaking Celtic FC Women side, the Girls. So if you don't follow the Girls on this channel, there'll be another video for you and more content for you later on. I had the great pleasure of going to watch the Celtic Girls last night make history, winning 2-0 over Vorskla Poltava and qualifying for the group stages of the Women's Champions League, the first ever time Celtic's qualified for that group stage and the first time ever that a Scottish team has qualified for the Champions League group stages, and so put Celtic right in amongst the 16 most elite women's teams in Europe. And so a massive achievement for the club, Elena Sadiku, and all the players. Today's video going to be a mix of my analysis of the game, who played well, the goals, the incidents, and there's also going to be some highlights. And at the end of the video, we'll also pop in which teams Celtic have drawn in the Champions League. And then the exact fixtures will be released, to the best of my knowledge, tomorrow, Saturday. But the Women's Champions League group stage is rather intensive, running from early October to early mid-December. Celtic will have 6 games in that group stage, and from checking up on the internet, it talks about all group stage games being covered live on DAZN subscription channel, and 1 game a week will be on TNT Sports. Not sure whether there'll be any form of highlights package on BBC Scotland, iPlayer, BBC Alba, etc. But all of that I'm sure will get confirmed in the next 2 or 3 weeks as everything gets sorted out. Before we crack on with the actual video, if you are new to the channel and you like the channel or you like coverage of the women's team, please do click that subscriber button, keep the numbers pushing further and further past 1,000. If you like the video, please do click that like button and do pop your comments into the comment section regarding, in this case, the women's team, the Girls, who you thought played well, your own thoughts about the game, and any other thoughts, issues relating to the women's team. As I was saying, I had the pleasure of going to watch the game live at the Excelsior Stadium in Airdrie. Rather cold evening, rather windy evening in the stands, but in the end was well worth being that wee bit cold and shivery for a couple of hours. First half, to be thoroughly honest, was a wee bit dour and negative. Neither team really seemed to be committing that many players forward, which I was very surprised that Vorskla didn't come out on the attack, but they seemed to be playing 5 at the back, 4 in midfield, 1 up front, and very rarely got 2 players up to attack Kelsey Doherty's goal at the same time. They seem to be primarily trying to get free kicks and corner kicks and score from dead ball situations. Celtic did start nice and tight in defence and midfield, battling very hard were Colette Kavanagh and Natalie Ross in the middle. The back 3, as always, were excellent. And the 2 wide players, Lucy Ashworth-Clifford on the right, Emma Lutton on the right, working very hard. Amy Gallagher and Shannon McGregor spent a lot of time in midfield and then trying to get Murphy Agnew in behind using her pace. First half did warm up a wee bit towards the end. There was a penalty incident potentially for Celtic in the 31st minute. The Vorskla goalkeeper Samson came out to the edge of her box, dived and got the ball, but she did take out Murphy Agnew in the process. The kind of thing, almost certainly, had it been an outfield player on an attacker or a Celtic player in the box, it would have been a penalty. However, the referee gave Samson in the goal the benefit of the doubt and played on. And Celtic probably had the best chance of the first half. Nice move going down the right, ball into the box. Emma Lawton. A good shot, very well saved by Samson. The ball did rebound to Lucy Ashworth Clifford. Unfortunately, it was on her less good right foot, and she couldn't quite direct the rebound shot back on goal. So, nothing at half-time. Celtic didn't make any changes at half-time, neither did Vorskla, and nor did Vorskla particularly come out any more attacking in the second half, which again was very surprising. Celtic got more and more into the game. The two wide players, Lucy Ashworth Clifford and Emma Lawton, got more and more into the game. Wonderful move down the left-hand side. Lucy Ashworth Clifford weaving in and out on the left wing, cut back onto the edge of the box, onto her less good right foot, but then she delivered the most brilliant cross to the middle of the goal, and Emma Lawton, very brave, won the header and knocked the ball unstoppably into Samson's left corner, putting Celtic 1-0 up, to massive cheers and celebrations on the pitch and in the stands. Then 10 minutes later, 62nd minute, quick throw down the right by Celtic. Murphy Agnew very cleverly headed the ball past the defender, used her pace to get in behind. Wonderful cross to the middle of the goal, and Shannon McGregor, great header again into the corner past Samson, the Ukrainian goalkeeper. Another unstoppable header. 62 minutes, and Celtic were Champions League bound. Vorskla at that point, now that they were 2-0 down and 3-0 down on aggregate, then did start to show a lot of pace, a lot of aggression, a lot of really skillful play, a lot of good passing, but Celtic's defence held out. Kelsey Docherty did make a really nice save in the 82nd minute. A few more goalmouth scrambles from corners. At the Celtic end, Caitlin Hayes went close on a couple of occasions. A beautiful ball across the box by the sub Kit Lefersky, but unfortunately Emma Lawton couldn't quite get in off the left wing at that point to convert the chance. However, final whistle after 3 minutes of added time, and lots of celebrations for the players and for the fans, and some nice touching scenes at the end with the fans and the players and the coaching staff all celebrating together. So we'll just pop those highlights in now, about a 5-minute package taken from BBC Alba with copyright disclaimers and edits, etc., all added, and a bit of background music and crowd noise. And then we'll finish off with a review of the good players, the performances, and right at the end we'll cover who Celtic have drawn in the group stage. As you can see from the caption, my player of the match was Emma Lawton, who also is going under the name of Emma Louise Lawton. She started at the right wing-back position for Celtic. She was the only change from the team that took on Vorskla on Sunday, with Emma Lawton, or Emma Louise Lawton, coming in to replace Hannah Kerner, who's broken her wrist and will be out for quite a number of weeks. However, I think Emma Lawton has nailed down the right wing-back, right winger role for weeks and months to come, because she had an excellent performance and was very clearly player of the match. Also, massive kudos and praise for Lucy Ashworth-Clifford. Doesn't have the most pace for a wide player, but she has brilliant dribbling skills, brilliant ball control, a wonderful ability to cross with her left foot, massively improving with her ability to cross with her right foot, and it was her right foot that set up the cross for Emma Lawton's first goal. So massive praise for Lucy Ashworth-Clifford. I thought the back three, Bruna Lorenko, Kelly Clark and Caitlin Hayes, had an excellent game in defence. They scarcely looked under any trouble. Kelsey Docherty had a few easy saves to make in the first half. One really good double save in the 82nd minute. But much of her game was retrieving the ball, kicking by kicks and distributing the ball from back. She was great as always. I thought Natalie Ross and Colette Kavanagh battled very well in midfield. In the first half, Amy Gallagher and Shannon McGregor helped in that battle as the game got a wee bit more freer and open. Shannon McGregor and Amy Gallagher got more into the box. Murphy Agnew ran her heart out, ran her legs off, worked incredibly hard up front, chasing down balls, keeping the back five from Vorskla under pressure. Did set up that second goal, and then was very soon after that substituted for Kit Lefersky, who carried on that style of play. So, clear player of the match, Emma Lawton. Lots of praise for Lucy Ashworth-Clifford. Lots of praise for the two central midfielders. Well done, Shannon McGregor, for getting herself up into the box to score that goal. She did work very hard also in central midfield, and a great performance by the back three, and Kelsey Docherty nice and safe at the back. Looking forward, Celtic's next match is against Montrose in the League Cup, and then next Thursday we'll be taking on our big rivals, Rangers Women, in a table-topping clash for early bragging rights in the SWPL. My inclination would be to keep pretty much the same 11 for the game against Rangers, maybe rotating a few players in and out for the Montrose League Cup match at the weekend. The only position I think really up for grabs is, do we keep on going with Amy Gallagher as the partner for Murphy Agnew up front? Do we start using Saoirse Noonan or Kit Lefersky as the partner? My inclination probably would be to use those four players in rotation, so they all get used to playing with each other as a partnership. I think the pace of Agnew and Lefersky is very important. The finishing skills of Noonan and Gallagher also very important. Amy Gallagher hasn't had the best of seasons. She doesn't seem to have properly found her role in this formation. I think she's such a talented player. I would keep on using her, be it as a starter, be it coming off the bench. And I think rotating those four strikers in groups of two, and retaining the other 9 players as your regular starting 11 is the way to go. In the draw for the group stage of the Champions League, which was at 12 noon today, Friday, as you saw, Celtic were in pot 4, massively strong teams in pots 1, 2 and 3, and so whoever Celtic drew for the group stage were going to be incredibly difficult opponents. Some of the absolute most elite women's teams in Europe in pots 1 and 2, some incredibly strong teams in pot 3, and Celtic in pot 4 with Hammarby, Vålerenga and Galatasaray. And all 4 teams in pot 4 are making their debut at this stage of the Champions League. We are in Group B, along with Chelsea of England, Real Madrid of Spain and FC Twente of Holland. Clearly some very, very difficult home and away games there. Possibility of maybe a win or a draw against FC Twente of Holland. But clearly the games against Chelsea and Real Madrid are going to be a massive challenge. But you never know. Maybe a big partisan, noisy Celtic crowd. Hopefully a game or two of the home games will be at Celtic Park, but we'll see what gets arranged. First game for Celtic will be on either the 8th or the 9th of October, and the final game is on the 17th or 18th of December, and the games in between that are every week or two. And all the games, as I said at the start of this video, appear to be live on DAZN, with 1 game per week on TNT Sport through the group stage, and then all the games will be on both those channels through the quarterfinals, semi-finals and the final. The actual fixtures and what order and dates, etc., will be announced tomorrow, and so I'll do an update video or an update posting on the channel to that effect. If you are new to the channel and you've liked this video and liked the channel, please do click that subscribe button. If you like the video, please do click the like button, and do pop your comments into the comment section. What you thought regarding the game against Vorskla Poltava, the players, the formations, future lineups, and also obviously how you feel this Champions League Group B is going to go for the girls. And so until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.